Okay, hello guys, doing Civilization 5 Gods and Kings today. I got the Gods and Kings expansion on the Steam sale actually. I've been playing a bit of it so far. I think I've added an extra about 9-10 hours onto it because of Gods and Kings. I haven't got Brave New World yet, I'm meaning to. Just haven't spent the money or time getting around to it really. Jacob, how much have you played as Civilization? I know we did it before. Do you own the game? Have you played any of the games?
I don't believe I think I've probably played a little bit before, but like not very much at all.
Which
but
one?
I have seen it being played. I don't know, like probably one of the early Civilizations, but like not enough of it to make a.
3 was the earliest I played and the one I played most in. 4 was arguably the best. And 5 is the latest. 5 changed a few things. It got rid of like religions and things like that from 4, and that's come back in with Gods and Kings now.
Why did they do that?
Why did they do it? I don't know. I think it was just because it was a new game. They added a lot more stuff in, so I suppose they just didn't have time. Like before, the board is made out of circles, not squares. Sorry.
Okay. Oh yeah, now it's hexagons.
Sorry.
And now it's hexagons, right?
Yeah, now it's hexagons, yeah. Which means you've got all 6 sides you can be attacked from rather than all 4. Yeah. And so with Gods and Kings, they added religions back in, and there's a whole faith thing now. And more diplomatic options, and more, like, diversified, especially from 3 at least, more diversified technologies you can research into. Mod support, all this type of stuff with Steamworks, and multiplayer, which is quite good. Works quite well. Yeah. Oh, and extra like cultures and tribes you can be, and countries.
How much is Civilization 5?
About 20 quid for the original game, and it's about an extra, I think, 10 maybe for Gods and Kings. Now that Brave New World's come out, and Brave New World came out like 2 weeks ago, so that's like 20 quid. But
I'd have maybe thought about getting it because then we could do like the multiplayer online or whatever. But
I would recommend getting it, but
I'm like no good at strategy games like this, so.
Well, that's the thing about Civilization. It's really easy. It's super easy to do. Go and set up a new game.
I know, but when there's like so many like choices you can make, I always seem to make the wrong one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I started playing Civilization like 3 when I was like 6 or 8 because it was just such a nice game, and I really enjoyed that type of thing. But what I did when I moved into Civilization 5, because it was such a big move, I essentially just bought. No, I didn't buy it. I just watched a tutorial video on YouTube. And it just teaches you everything. And really, you pick it up quite quickly. There's not much. I wouldn't say there's not much strategy to it, but there's not much like advanced strategy. Because there is advanced strategy, but you don't have to look into it. There's like layers, and you don't have to go past that layer if you don't want to. If you see what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why it's so nice for strategists who aren't really that good at strategy. So we've got cultures and stuff. Gandhi and. Do
you have a favourite person to be?
Elizabeth.
Because I mean, they all have different perks and stuff. So
yeah. A lot of people like Rome because production is like how quickly you can build stuff. A lot of people like Rome. I'm not particularly fond of Rome. It's not really big enough.
You want like the best fighters, don't you? Which one is there? Like a.
I like Bismarck, Germany. He's my favourite, I reckon. Or they are. Because when you defeat a barbarian, it means you gain an extra... Inside an encampment, you have a 50% chance of gaining extra gold and getting an extra unit. Which basically means in early game, when the barbarians are still about, you gain extra units, which is really important in a new game, because it means you get the advantage military-wise. And I'd say at the beginning there's only 2 ways you can be ahead effectively that is useful, and that's that's money and military, and maybe technology, but not so much because everybody's really researched on the same 4 at that point. I also quite like Japanese, because their perk's quite small, but it means units fight as if they were full strength, so that basically means you've always got full strength. It's small, but I didn't do very well with the Japanese, so I think I'll stick to Bismarck for now, but yeah. They were kind of nice to me, and Russia is also one of my favourites, just because you get extra production and extra, like, military units for your horses and your iron. Right. Oh, yeah, and this one, oh no, that one. Where are they? Someone new. Yeah, Austria looks interesting, because city-states are basically one city and they can't expand out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are friends with them, it essentially means here, which friends, being allies with them for 5 turns is actually quite a big feat. But it basically means you can steal their city with gold, which looks interesting. I haven't actually played this in because they're quite new. So yeah, they've introduced a bunch of new people. These are all old: Gandhi and Genghis Khan.
Can't your
Boudicca's new.
you can like be friends with people, right? On here, like you can make like pacts and stuff. But can't they attack you despite that anyway? They can decide to like turn on you.
You can make friendship agreements, and I'm not sure whether or not you can declare war on them in that instance. But there's not unpredictability about it. The AI are a lot like smarter than an FPS AI. They do know what they're doing, and if they do make a friendship pact with you, then you're fairly certain that they're not going to turn on you. So is there anyone that jumps out at you? Any particular culture that jumps out?
Oh, I wouldn't know what all of them do.
Well, yeah, you're a new player. So is there anything interesting you've seen? It's interesting.
What do all those things on the circles on the right mean? They're all different things. So
these are the flag.
Are they all like explained in the text on the right hand side of the leader?
Here, you mean this little box here?
Are they just like representing basically what the text says?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
No, they. So if you chose Ramesses II, you get this bonus. Plus, you're the only people who are able to build war chariots.
Mm-hmm.
Only person who's able to be the burial tomb, and that's your flag, essentially. So, Nerusians elephant are only able to be built by the Siam.
Okay.
So it's like different edges. I think Germany is the Panzer, which is a tank, which obviously isn't very useful until quite late game. And Landsknecht, I think. And they obviously not used, because you need a lot of metal and stuff, and leather and stuff like that, so it's not useful really until middle game. Whereas, Elizabeth II is Longbowman, which is quite useful early game, and Ship of the Line, which is quite useful for ships, which is middle game-ish. So really, it's up to you, what you kind of like. Okay, so we'll choose one, shall we? What do we want? What type of playstyle do you want? I own the game, so I can play whatever I like out of the playthrough. So what type of game do you want to play? And then we'll choose someone around that. Diplomatic or technology based or currency based. I own all the money and basically keep control.
We should probably have the strongest military.
Well, you'd think so, but money can buy units, so if you have a lot of money, you can actually just buy units, which means.
But isn't there like
a
limit on how many units you can have?
Only restricted by your money.
Oh,
and your production, really. But I mean, if you got money, then that's not really a problem. And yeah, that's it really. Food isn't really a problem when you got money, because you can just go out and buy the tiles. And city-states and other places, other civilizations, will happily be your friends. Like, if you have pearls, they'll happily be your friends. because you're giving them money for the pearls, or they get buying pearls off you. So they want to keep you around, especially if you're friends with them. And if you're not, then they'll try and take your pearls, in which case the people you are friends with will back you out. So there are many ways to do it, really. We could try the military way, if you like.
Let's go for France.
France?
Just randomly, yeah.
Right. We kind of want to get started, really, don't we?
Yeah.
So we've got Earth, Fractal, Archipelago, Pangea, and Continents. Pangea is kind of boring. Archipelago is kind of boring because you don't see each other until you get boats.
Yeah,
Pangea is kind of boring
we need
because you're
like
close
a
together.
few islands, but not like loads.
Yeah, which is kind of fractal.
Fractal
or
Earth, yeah.
Earth is...
All continents.
Earth is okay. It just means, like, if you're in South America, then, like, I always end up in South America for no reason, and it just means you've got a whole mountain range. Like, halfway down, so you can't get over there, so we'll go to continents, maybe, I think. Continents would be quite good. And we want to go huge, why not? Normal difficulty, and we'll go standard. Because if you go marathon, which I found out recently, it means everything takes ages to build, which is probably the reason the last game we played was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Because it took about 30 turns to build one settler, where in this it takes like 12.
Yeah.
So much easier. And, okay, so we get +2 culture per turn from cities being before discovering steam power, which steam power will be ages. And foreign legion, military we get, and the musketeer. Modern era. Okay, musketeer. Okay, right. So, roll at 4.
What's the 4? What is that for?
That's the score count.
Oh.
Okay,
How
so
come
we've
we've already
got.
got 4. Shouldn't it be like 1 or something?
I think it's based on how many troops you've got and how many cities you have.
Yeah, it's like the base starting point and then 4, because
Yeah.
technically they could get you down to less if they destroyed your units and that.
Yeah, it's the algorithm.
Have you
they use.
ever come
They get
across
2 for every warrior or something?
Have you ever come across someone within like the first 5 minutes and then they've just attacked like half of your army?
No, because you're quite spread out. It randomly generates you, and it knows how many tiles you are apart, and makes sure you're that many tiles apart. So there's no way you're going to get close enough before they settle a city, and then after that, it's very hard to take.
Right. Can you like build something that'll like a watchtower or something where you can choose to see in part of like clouded areas that you haven't been to?
Not as such, but what I usually do is get a few scouts, and they just like spread out over the world,
and
then just station them there. So if anybody moves past, I can see them.
Okay.
You can do that type of thing. So we've got marble here, which gives us 2 gold, 2 food. We've got grassland and forests. So I think if we go over this way, there's wheat there. I think if we settle here, then we'll have masonry and wheat. Because it's quite early game, we don't want to, like, literally the earliest part of the game. We don't want to spend too much time finding our city, because then we'll be behind. As you can already see, people have 10, because they've settled their city bang on the start. Which isn't very good. Oh look, we've got oranges and all sorts of stuff. I think here is the best place. Okay, so we've got Paris. Right. So, choose production. We want a scout. Because we want to find new stuff. And we want to choose research. So we have masonry. Like, so you can see for marble we need masonry. Wheat we can work straight away. That is calendar, and that is masonry to work. And claim the benefits from that. So we want masonry. Or calendar. So I'm going to go for mining at this point, because I generally find that the bottom part, for my playstyle, the bottom row of technologies is the best for me.
Okay.
Some people like sailing and optics. I kind of like that, but we're nowhere near the sea. That's not helpful. And I kind of like ironworking and currency, because currency gives you like control over the economy and such. So I'm going to go with that. There you go. We've jumped up to 10 now because we've got a technology, a city, and we've got production going, all this type of stuff.
You could just challenge yourself and like randomly pick your route along the thing, though, couldn't you? Because technically, all of them are viable.
Yeah, essentially.
And
it just depends for late game, really, because although you've only got 4 here, you can't get machinery without first researching engineering. And engineering requires mathematics and construction. And mathematics requires the wheel. And construction requires masonry, which requires that. And it's stuff like civil service. That's really, like, it was a bitch to get when I finally got there, because I'd been going down this route and I wanted civil service to get open borders. So I needed to get horse riding, which meant I needed to get trapping and husbandry, and up here I needed to get drama and poetry, which meant I needed to get the writing and the calendar, and then pottery. So it really depends. It's more of a late game thing. So you're really planning technologies right from the start.
Yeah. Also, I've just sent out a tweet on our new Twitter, which is at Thereaboutsgaming, because Twitter has this stupid thing that's like, you know what, I'm not going to let you have Thereaboutsgaming, because that is Thereaboutsgaming, which is like, what, 17? And it's like, no, you can only have Thereaboutsgaming, which is annoying. So yeah, we've got that now that people should start following. And don't forget, we've also got Facebook, if people don't realise, which is facebook.com.
Don't really look at it much, but
Facebook.
It's useful to be on.
Yeah, facebook.com/thereaboutsgaming. I update that every so often.
Well, there you go.
We've got quite a lot of things on Facebook, but obviously nothing much on Twitter yet, because we've only like joined it. I think I did it like yesterday or something. So, Polynesia. What does he want? Welcome to the. I invite you to share my feast and fire.
Well, that's basically just the hello. He's just below me with 1 point. There we are, scout. I'm gonna go this way.
What are you gonna do with him? You just gonna let him be, or are you gonna attack him, or try and make a pact with him?
I don't know yet. Polynesians always seem to go, as long as they don't steal my ruins, I'll be pissed if they steal the ruins. We'll build one more warrior and station him there, then we'll start building workers and whatever else. He stole the ruins, a bitch. Right. Look, I'm just dropped down there.
Go and attack him and finish him off. If you finish him off because he's on, like, where the ruins were, do you get ownership of the ruins? Or once they've got to the ruins, they're gone and they have the ruins?
They're gone.
Right.
It says here, in my military advisory, the Polynesian Empire military is around the same strength as ours. And we want archery, okay. So essentially, if I killed him, we both have no units left, essentially, to fight.
Yeah.
So it's basically, and taking a city is a lot. Like, you can't just march in, you have to take it down. You have to take its life down, which takes a while. You definitely need archers and catapults and whatever else. So, I'm not really ready to take them on. The benefits at this point are going to be minimal. Like, if they took our city right now, they'd have wheat and marble. I mean, we're covering such a small ground, they're gaining nothing out of attacking us, so I can't see what they get. Right. Social policies. So, this is for small empires, this is for ones you want to expand quickly, and this is for military. I usually go down this route, and then this route, and then this one, maybe. What are you thinking? Do you want to go down honour?
Yeah, probably. Let's try that.
Okay. I prefer that. Okay. Okay, so this gives us plus the 33% against barbarians and all other types of things. Go for that. So that probably means we could probably take on these barbarians with that extra % chance. Yeah. Oh, okay, so maybe not. That hits quite badly. Dear.
When can you start building like a wonder?
Ooh, when I research the technology for it. So, bring that up. As soon as I research construction, I get the terracotta army available to build. And I believe Statue of Zeus for bronze working. And where is it? Archery. If you go under archery, I believe, yeah, Temple of Artemis. So next I'm going to research the archery to get the Temple of Artemis, because I really like archers. I think they're the best unit to have long range wise. Like just long range units in general. And at this point, archery is the only long range unit. Okay, so we've got money. That's pretty good. We're going to heal. Just keep sending him out. So we want archery. Since we're going to the military route anyway, it's good to have a strong military, as your military advisor keeps telling you. Okay, so they're coming quite close. I doubt they'll attack the city, and usually they pillage a few like workshop bits around the area. But because we haven't got any, they're fine to be that close. Really, I'm not that bothered. They're just passing through. Be nice to take them out, but I'm not going to gain any XP from it or anything, so it's not essential. Now, it's always difficult to tell where the Polynesians are going. Sometimes they're very militaristic and just bully you. Sometimes they're quite technology and economically advanced, but quite military neglectful, I suppose, if that's a word. But at the moment it looks like they're quite powerful, so you kind of want to stay friends with them and just piggyback off their success until essentially they get themselves into a war, and then we can probably piggyback off that war and take them down with them. That's my plan anyway.
Can you heal your units?
Yes, yeah.
Because there's like, the ones up north are a bit like low on health.
Yeah, they are. I'm just going to keep going really until I don't find much, and then I'll... At the moment, it's not really worth not healing them, because it takes too much... For them, it will take too many turns to get to full. So I'm just going to leave those like that for a bit.
Yeah, but if you run into someone, they'll run the risk of getting, killed, don't they?
Not that... Oh, I can tap them. Not that early. They won't die. They won't run the risk of dying. I will have to retreat and heal up. But at that point, again, I can just heal up and retreat, so that's fine.
Alright.
Increases culture. I'm not that bothered about culture. It's the only building we can build at the moment. Can build a worker, though, and get that wheat. I think that's probably a good thing. So, what's that? Oh, that's just a hill. Right, so we know the Polynesians are somewhere over there. So if we head over there and we find out where they are, then we can find out what type of resources they have and see if it's worth befriending them or just taking them out at this point. That's good for wars, but we're not at war at the moment, so that's the best one to go for, because it means we can build units quicker. Oh look, we've got a Great General already, which I'll stick in the city. And stick him to sleep. They are useful in wars. They increase like percentages chance for people. But at the moment, again, we're not in war. It's not very useful. Yeah. It's actually quite rare to get a military general that early in the game. So we're doing quite well. Although we are quite low on the scale. Actually, we're not that bad. We're about 1 million. On a hill then. Choose our research. So what do you think? What do you think you want to go for?
What do they do?
Right. Animal husbandry allows us to build pens for horses, which leads on to trapping, which allows us to build deer. There you go. It says it there: deer, ivory, fur, and truffles. And here it's for cows, sheep, and horses. up here, pottery leads on to these things. Essentially, that's sailing if we need to go on water. Calendar allows us to build, like, for extra other resources that give us happiness and food. And writing, well, writing's boring. It's just for libraries and stuff. It's boring. So what do you think? Or we could go down here and go for the militaristic bronze working and get spearmen. Or
that might be nice.
Or this. Yeah, you're going on militaristic still? Alright, we'll go.
Yeah, either that or masonry. It might be nice, because I guess in that gives you bonus to, like, building stuff.
What do we have? Okay, so we need to do that, we need masonry. So we'll go for masonry.
Okay.
That needs calendar, so we might have to do calendar later. But for now, that's fine. And in a minute, when these workers are done, I'll start building the Temple of Artemis, which allows us to build archers quicker. And look, oh no, we haven't gone upstairs, I'm just reloading. Okay, I'll stay away from those barbarians. Set those in my city. I don't really need them in the city. They could be off exploring, which might be more useful, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you're honest.
How many years does it advance for each turn?
I'm not sure. It might depend. I don't actually know. If I had to guess, it probably depends on how much happens per turn, and they might base how many years. Oh, we've met someone else. Incas. Is it got a name I can't name I can't pronounce.
Pachacuti of the Inca.
Okay, ruler of the peerless nations. If there is any way that we can assist your inferior civilization, please do not hesitate to ask.
Your inferior civilization sounds like we should go to war.
Really?
Nah. There's no point in this early on. It's not like we can defeat him yet.
Yeah, we'll stay thick-skinned for now and just move on. They are quite high up.
Yeah.
I think. Well, they're not that high. I mean...
But they're higher than us. We're, like, low down now.
Yeah. I'll see what the... Guys, it doesn't have as strong as military. Oh, so they don't have as strong as military as us. They just must have more money or something, or more technology. So, we could go to war with them, but I don't know where their town is. I'd be at a war and I wouldn't be able to fight it until they came to us. Oh. What I was saying about the money in the Incas obviously isn't true. They are quite low.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Incas could go down soon. Looks like we could take them on. I think we might do. At some point. Not yet. Oh, I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard, that's nice. But we'll take them on at some point. Move further down. And essentially at this point, we are just looking for ruins or other civilizations or just anything, really.
Pantheon founded?
Yes. That's for faith, for the new religion system.
Oh.
So if I get 20 faith, then I get extra great people, which give me extra like bonuses, and I get to do my religions, and you get to found your pantheon, and that. Where can't be found? Oh, yeah, and that gives you extra bonuses as well. So, one of them like gives you extra, like production bonuses, that type of thing.
Okay.
Depending on how many wonders you have, that type of thing. And there's an orange one. Oh, that's Polynesia down there.
Is it wise to keep going like north, further and further? Shouldn't we like explore close to Paris?
Well, here we are, a declaration of friendship. Why not? They're pretty powerful. They're about the same amount as... Oh no, they're not. They're actually quite powerful now.
Wouldn't you want to try and be friends with everyone, and then...
That never works out. Because someone gets mad at you, because then you become successful, and then someone gets mad at you and wants what you have, and just gets jealous.
So, try not to be too successful, otherwise everyone's gonna gang up on you.
Well... In that situation, it's probably best to be most successful in military, and then you don't have to worry about the time.
Surely, the more friends you have, the more people can gang up on someone if they go against you.
Yes, Only that depends how friendly you are with them. Sometimes they just say, no, you can deal with it yourself. We're not in the mood to have a war. Depends how friendly you are.
Because, I mean, like, if you're friends with people, I mean, you give each other gifts and stuff and help each other out, and then you can like, give stuff to other players then.
Yeah. Unless they want to see you... Well... Yeah. Yeah. What you're saying is true, but...
Wait,
does
your...
be friends with everybody.
Does a unit's health go up each round? Like,
Who?
back up again? Just like the
No,
unit?
I think I healed him.
Oh.
I think it came to the time when I need to heal him. I'll stay away from... Oh, what is that? A settler. That could be useful to gain. So I'll just heal him instead of the scout. I meant to heal the scout. Was that warrior instead? Where is he? Ooh. Just move the window of accident. Oh no, he's okay. These guys are taking a beating.
Can't you just click on the mini map?
Yes.
Like move it.
Yes.
Pretty easier.
For the smart people, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to run away. Heal up and maybe go back, I'm not sure. Yeah, so what you said about going near Paris. At this early stage, not really. You want to know what's roundabout near you, but at some point the warrior's going to need to come back, so we could just do a massive circle and find out everything in between.
Because, I mean, like, there could be loads of people in between... Well, close to Paris, and then also, if you're trying to make your way back round a different way, there could be people in your way before you get back to Paris again.
Yeah, but remember, they're sending people out as well. So, like, George Washington, we just met him. He'll have... And the Polynesians, I didn't meet them by seeing their town, I met them because they were exploring as well. So anyone in the middle here is going to be expanding outwards as well, so I'll see them soon anyway. I'll see them quite early
They could
on.
block you off from getting back to your town, your city.
Yeah, they could do. That's true. It would require rapid expansion, though.
Well, if a few people are like close to each other, in places you haven't explored yet, they could expand out to the place you have explored, because you made like a trail for yourself. It's only a small trail. They could expand out into it, and then, if there's a few cities across horizontally, then...
Yeah, I'm not sure how close everybody would be situated, though. I don't think we'd be situated that closely.
Okay.
There they are. 15 gold from them. I kind of want to go back and fight those barbarians. I might send... Oh!
Oda Nobunaga, the Great of Japan. In truth, the heavens have smiled upon us for leading us into your august presence. How may we serve?
Yeah, august presence. How may we serve you? If it was August, then it'd have a capital.
True.
Yeah, there you go.